Let's call this the hidden bug. Welcome to bug vlog number 3. It may not necessarily begin on the windshield, but it is a distraction that keeps you from the joy you deserve. This bug is full of self-doubt. You may have experienced it from time to time, or maybe you deal with it on a regular basis, on a daily basis. It can distract you for a short time, or it can overcome your entire day. So I think that it's a really important bug to talk about. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people, which means that I use an eclectic approach to health. I feel the body is often trying to be in balance, and we, in some way, put it out of balance. And one of the imbalances that we have is our emotions. For 40 years, my practice has focused on emotions, healing emotions, helping people deal with negative emotions, things that are taking them down or overrun their life. And self-doubt is one of those that are most destructive that many people deal with on a daily basis. I created Bug on the Windshield movement because I feel that many of us have been distracted, especially in the last 2 years. We've been fed misinformation. We've been led on a path that is not ours. We don't want it. And yet somehow we're traveling all together on this destructive path. And we need to refocus. We need to refocus on health and refocus on happiness. The two run side by side. You really can't have one without the other. The freedom to speak the truth about health and natural ways to support health has been censored. It has gotten so bad in the last 2 years that many people are afraid to even talk about it. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to speak the truth and help people understand the distractions that we've been led into. Our government officials have failed to uphold the Constitution, and we've lost a lot of freedoms in many areas. The freedom to speak truth is a basic, fundamental right. Many people are disenchanted with the medical community. They are seeking different ways for health because they realize that big pharma, big tech, all are contributing to the way our medical profession runs hospitals and their practices. The insurance companies have taken over and make it very demanding on people, medical community. There's many wonderful products that we can't get because of this lack of freedom. This era didn't just happen, it crept in. And all of a sudden, there's this tsunami of tidal wave that we're all kind of swept up into. And many of us don't want to be here. We want to be like the salmon and swim upstream and get to where we know home is, where we can feel safe and we can feel in control again. Recognizing self-doubt as destructive thinking and being able to quickly cancel those thoughts is the first recognition of getting rid of this unhealthy thinking. The sooner you recognize it and turn it around, the better. So what is it that you do to help move self-doubt into confidence. One of the things that we used to teach our children was the little story about the little engine that said he couldn't. And that self-doubt came from the bigger engines all lined up in the railway. And the little engine decided that he was going to chug along. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And we taught our children to believe in that philosophy, that you think you can until you are there. Not douse yourself in self-doubt. As soon as you see that you're in this self-doubt, whether it was from somebody's criticism of you and you were in a vulnerable time, wherever it came from, you need to realize the person you are. Have a list of all the things that you've accomplished. That's a really important thing, something you can go to realize, hey, I am not that person, that shriveled up version of me. We all make mistakes. It's one of the ways we learn. So getting involved in self-doubt is not helpful. And we sometimes even recognize that. Well, if you stay tuned to the comments, I will put in the comment section what I choose to do when I'm in this area and I can't move myself out of it. There's energy medicine that can help. So first, be aware of your feelings. Understand, whose voice am I hearing? Is it really my voice, or is it the voice of some doubting Thomas that wanted to tear me down, and it got in my head and it's just rambling around in there? So I remember one time years ago, we were riding in the car, and my son, who was in 6th grade at the time, we were talking about something school related, and he said, I'm terrible at math. And my husband and I looked at each other and we said, where did that come from? So we started, what makes you feel that way? What, and a teacher had criticized him and done it right in front of the class. And so it was a vulnerable time. It kind of shamed him. And it was, very unthinking of this teacher to do that. So we took some time and turned it around and made it so that he understood that the voice in his head was the teacher's, not reality. So sometimes what we're thinking and the worst scenario is reality somewhere in the middle of that, or sometimes it's closer to the more positive side of it. Dr. Daniel Amen talks about brain and the thinking process, and he says 95% of what we're thinking isn't even true. So a lot of times, it's a good thing that we have the cognitive ability to process through that and recognize that that's totally untrue. I am really good at math, or I really am good at whatever this is. That person may not believe it, but that's their problem. So first, be aware of your feelings. Is it really your feeling, or is it something you heard? Belief in yourself and your abilities has a huge impact on not only learning, but being able to learn. If you're caught up in this scenario, you close off all of your abilities to properly think about things. So one of the ways you can change this pattern is to think of that little engine. I think I can, until you can. Correcting habits that are destructive, like this self-doubt, is really a habit, and it takes diligence. It takes finding it as soon as you can and correcting it. You have to be mindful of your thoughts and catch yourself. Then correct it. Find what works for you. Put it down in the comments below so that maybe your solution can help others. That's what this whole thing about Bug on a Windshield is about, is supporting other people and supporting ourselves, being a community that recognizes that we're all broken, that we're all looking for solutions, and that we can help each other. Don't let self-doubt be your bug on the windshield. What bugs do you want to get rid of? Do you need help with them? Share what you need with other people. With health comes happiness, and with happiness comes health. So this is Dr. Mary for the health of it. Until next time.